Hey, good morning guys, this is Rob with Wonstar Reviews. This morning we're going to check out the Helteko digital air compressor. This is a small air compressor that is powered by 12 volt DC, and I got this from Amazon, 38 bucks, 39 bucks. I'll put a link to it in the description. My old air compressor blew up a couple of months ago and I needed one for filling up the air pressure in the car. Not necessarily the bikes anymore because the kids don't ride their bikes anymore. Getting too old, I guess. Teens. Go figure. So this is primarily going to be for, pumping up your car tires, when your air pressure is low and you can't get to gas station or, there's no quick trip around with the free air. So, you got to have this, you got to have one of these handy just in case. Alright, so let's go over the user manual real quick, and then we're going to do the test outside. And again, I'm an engineer, so I'm going to make sure this thing's working right. There's the user manual right here. As you can see, it comes with different tips. One for your sports equipment like footballs, basketballs, the needle attachment. Then you got other wide assortment of attachments, for different size interfaces. And then there's an extra fuse just in case you bust it. Right here you got your main plug, 12 volt DC out. And we'll go over the features real quick. Specifications. I'll read them here. Actually, don't need to go over any of these. Pretty self-explanatory. Here's your digital display right here. This is where it's going to tell you digitally what your air pressure is going to be. You can also change it between metric and imperial. I think that's the two different ones. With the R button, which is right here in the middle. You got your negative button right here and your positive button right here. That's just going to increase the value of what you want the pressure to end up being, and I believe it'll stop right when it gets there. So that's a big upgrade to my previous one where you had to watch the meter, and the meter was always wrong. So I had to kind of stop the machine every so often and then retest it with my tire pressure gauge. Back here we got an LED light. Let's see, up here, up at the top, right here, power buttons right here. And then, let's see, is there an on-off switch? Anything on this side? Nothing down here. Actually, here's the light. So this has got a built-in flashlight. That's what the light is right here. This is the LED light switch. LED, so that's cool. And nothing else. There's 4 rubber stoppers on the bottom, so keep it from moving. My last air compressor, you put it on the ground, it just like shook all the way across the garage every time I turned it on. Back here, there's a place where you could, stuff your hose in right here. And of course, got your 12 volt outlet right here. Goes in any cigarette lighter or power plug in your car. I don't know what they call them now. Cigarette lighter, old school. Without further ado, I'm going to go outside. My tires need to be pumped up. Sorry for the shaky camera action today. Just broke my tripod, so that's the next thing I'm ordering on Amazon. Alright, hang loose guys, be right back. Alright guys, I'm out here in my garage. I'm not opening my garage today because it is kind of cold outside. And probably get a lot of background noise from the trash truck coming through here. Got it powered up. It's plugged into my cigarette lighter. And so I got power. I'll show you the LED real quick. Press that button right there. Look at that nice bright light, just in case you need it. Especially when you're broken down somewhere and you need air and it's pretty dark outside. So very nice, handy feature. Right here, the LED says 0 because I ain't got it plugged in yet. So what I'm going to do first is, here's my tire. Yesterday I was rocking about 29 foot-pounds or PSI. Let me try it today. I'm always going to test it with the old school thing. And right now we got, I think it looks like about 29. Old school pressure gauge, that's what I was trying to say. Ha. 29. And we got 29. Let me see if I plug this thing in, what we're going to get. Let's see if I can do it with 2 hands. Hold a second. Okay, I just plugged it in, and the reader says 1.95. Now that's in bar, so I'm assuming that's probably metric. So let me see if I press this reverse button here, it's going to do something. KPA, kg, kilograms per square inch, and there's PSI. Okay, so you got various values, different systems of measurement. So we're going to use PSI, and looks like it's pretty close. My gauge said 28. Reset it. 28. That said 29. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump it up to 35, and then I'm going to let it run and see if it stops by itself. So I'm going to get it to 35. This is pretty neat. This is the first time I'm doing it live. All right, set up. Now I'm gonna hit the power button right up here, this one, and hopefully it'll just take off. And then I'll get back with you as soon as the tire's pumped up. Nice and quiet, actually. Not as loud as my last one. And as you can see, it's not going anywhere. These stoppers got it pretty good. So when this thing gets to 35, I'll get back with you and we'll measure it and see if it works out. All right, man, 35, actually I went up to 35.5. That was pretty cool. Now, the thing did shut off at 35 period, 35 even, but it kind of rolled up to 35.5, which I'm okay with. Hey man, if you're at, off half a PSI, that's pretty cool. As long as it, you could set it, do something else and it'll automatically shut off. So very cool feature. And I will tell you, I was measuring how fast this was going. It goes about 15 seconds, it gets you about 1 pound or one PSI. So that's pretty good. So do the math there. I had to go up 7 pounds. So do the math there. It only took about a minute or two. Very cool, very fast. Now, the key is now when I unhook, am I going to be 35 on my old school? This is the down and dirty, the tried and true. This thing's never failed me. Had this thing since I started driving back in, in the 80s. So this thing is going to tell me whether or not how accurate this is. Now, if it comes pretty close, we're all good. All right, hang loose. Okay, had to use 2 hands to get that hose off of there. We're going to measure again. Get a good one here. I didn't like that one at all. That one sucked. All right, let's see. All right, man, 35.5. I mean, that's pretty darn close. I think that's, let's see, yeah, that's pretty accurate. 35.5. All right, so Helteko. So my observations on this thing for 38 bucks, 39 bucks, free shipping on Amazon. This is a great buy, especially if you need one of these. You can put it in your car. You got 12 volt power in your car. Keep this handy just in case your tires are low, or you can help somebody else inflate their tires when their tires go down. The only thing, now the wire, it's pretty long. I can't tell. It's probably 7-8 feet, something like that. So the power wire is pretty long. I will say I wish that this air tube cable was longer. This is probably only about 1.5 feet, maybe a little less than 2 feet, but you can see how far it is from my tire, and I barely was able to get it hooked up. So they probably did that by design, because you gotta fit it in this little cubby right here, and maybe too much. You wouldn't be able to stuff it in there if it was too long. Overall, I love this thing so far. We'll see how time holds up to it. Again, this thing didn't move, so it's a big improvement over my old one, plus the auto stop feature, plus the digital feature, plus it's got the light on it, plus it actually shut off when it was supposed to. Very cool. Thumbs up on this one. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have any experience with this brand, I've never heard of it before. This is the Helteko digital air compressor from Amazon. I'll throw the link up in the description, 39 bucks. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This is Rob with Wonstar Reviews. Stay safe, God bless you, and have a great day. Do me a favor, love your neighbor, and I'll see you at the next one.